Subscribe to this YouTube channel and please enjoy watching this video. Here we go. Arsenal have opened talks over a new contract for Japan defender Takehiro Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu joined the Gunners from Bologna for £17 million right at the end of the summer transfer window in 2021. He has proven to be a reliable presence across the backline, accumulating 72 appearances in all competitions. Some Italian sides had been interested in bringing the versatile defender back to Serie A, but Tomiyasu now looks set to commit his future to Arsenal. The 25-year-old, who penned a 4-year deal upon his arrival in 2021, has only recently returned to fitness after suffering a calf injury against Wolves at the start of December. Mikel Arteta's side missed his presence during his absence as they picked up just 7 points in 5 Premier League games. He made his comeback off the bench during last week's 2-1 defeat to Fulham and is expected to be available for Sunday's FA Cup clash with Liverpool before setting off for the Asian Cup. Tomiyasu's Japan side are favourites for the continental competition, and they will look to build upon their success at the 2022 World Cup, where they topped a group that included Spain and Germany. Tomiyasu scored his first Arsenal goal earlier this season, during the 5-0 rout of Sheffield United in October. Meanwhile, Ivan Toney is hopeful of a move to Arsenal in the January transfer window, but Mikel Arteta's side have no intention of paying the £100 million asking price that Brentford have set. Football Transfers can reveal. We understand that the Gunners will outright refuse to pay that amount now or in the summer. If a deal were to happen, there is more confidence that a move could be made this month, only below the B's valuation. From Tony's point of view, sources claim that he wants the move to the Emirates Stadium above all others, and would also prefer to go in the winter window. To that end, Thomas Frank and his paymasters have a big decision to make. There is the idea that if Brentford hold off until the summer window, they could run the risk of losing the player for a lot less. Who does Mikel Arteta want in the January transfer window? It's our understanding that Arteta wants to bring in Premier League proven players in January, experienced heads that can hit the ground running rather than making signings from another league and then having to wait as the player settles in. After a couple of poor results of late, Arsenal can ill afford to drop even further behind in the title race, something that could happen were they to invest in cheaper transfer alternatives this month. This time last year Arsenal signed Leandro Trossard from Brighton and Jorginho from Chelsea, and it could be said that neither was instrumental in the club's title tilt over the following few months, hence why there is a strong feeling Arteta can't make the same mistakes again, even if financial fair play constraints are a factor. Ivan Toney to Arsenal transfer loophole, blocked as Premier League rules stop David Raya repeat. Arsenal's hopes of landing Ivan Toney in January are fading with Premier League rules making a special move even harder during the January transfer window. Arsenal will be unable to sign Ivan Toney in the way many hope could usurp the financial challenges implemented by the profit and sustainability regulations, and also the asking price of £100 million that Brentford will demand when anyone comes calling. The Gunners are keen on the centre-forward, Dugout News understands, but any potential move in January looks very unlikely. Some have suggested sorting a similar deal to what Edu Gaspar managed to complete with David Raya. The Spaniard arrived in the summer from West London on loan with an option in the deal that the club can activate to make the move permanent. This is, however, impossible to repeat for Toney at the moment. Loan rules say, the maximum number of loans registrable in the same season is 4, and, under no circumstances, shall more than one be from the same club at any one time. Arsenal could sign another Premier League player on loan but not from Brentford as rules state. Premier League clubs may not register more than 2 players on loan at any one time. It is also worth pointing out that with loans being a potential way for the club to strengthen this January, with Raya in on a temporary move, only one more player is allowed to be signed on loan as per further restrictions in the league's rulings. The rules extend further and may not necessarily impact Arsenal this January, but could in the future. Stating, Premier League clubs cannot loan to another Premier League club a player they have acquired in the same transfer window. Therefore, suggestions that players can be signed and then loaned back to their former club to help sweeten the deal would only be possible if dealing with a club outside of the Premier League, barring any restrictions of that league's rules too. The last interesting note is, Premier League club may loan not more than one of its goalkeepers to another Premier League club. Certainly not something affecting the Gunners this season, with runner Alex Runarsson with Cardiff City and Arthur Okonkwo at Wrexham. Let us know what you think about the entire thing in the comments section below. Additionally, stay tuned and subscribe to this YouTube channel for the latest news and updates from around the world. We sign out.